while. So let's have a quick overview of what we learned yesterday. So we learned about journey and life cycle of building a kick-ass product, and we had a brief understanding of what is a customer profile, and it's persona only. So that's my revised learning. Anyone who has attended my previous sessions may have heard me bitching about personas. Sorry for that. I had my biases and I have removed those biases after reading a lot. So personas are good. The frameworks which you use to build those personas are more important. And instead of going by uh, as a user kind of job stories, as a user, I want to do this kind of job stories and research. What we want to do is we want to uh, move to when I have a job so that I can achieve this, all that kind, so that I can do this to achieve this. We want to go towards more of uh, tasks or jobs a person wants to accomplish. We are just changing the way we do research. We are not saying that personas are bad. We are just finding better ways to write one. And the third thing which we covered yesterday was obviously the core elements of jobs to be done. So in the journey and life cycle of building kick-ass products, we understood what is desirability, how do you research better about the problem, the impact of the problem, and how large the problem size may be. Like that's what desirability means. Then how do you make sure that your problem research is good so that you can move on towards a better feasible solution, that is your problem solution fit. And then from problem solution fit, how you can move towards product user fit, which is equivalent to MVP. So MVP is not something where you are getting paid yet. MVP is a product where you have figured out a problem solution fit, and you have daily active users, monthly active users. And I would like to add one more parameter for all designers and product people here, which I don't see very, like, it's not something which is discussed that much, but you also need to track your daily active code transactions. So let's say if you have built a product where sharing of posts or uploading of pics is a core action, you need to see how many daily active users are performing that core action, and dividing that daily active code transaction by daily active users, you will actually know the uh, interaction, how much your customers are interacting, how much that daily active users are interacting with your product. The more this number is, the better your product's interaction is. That means your experience is good. If your daily active users is high but the code transaction being done in your product is less, if the numbers are less, that means something is missing in your experience. You have built the right product. That's why people are coming and trying it out, but they are not trying it more often. That means there is something missing. They are coming to your product, but they are not doing that code transaction. They are facing some obstacles. So that is something I wanted to add to the yesterday's learning for everyone. And then obviously once you have achieved the product user fit, you have hundreds, and if you are doing B2B, I would prefer to say 1,000 is the maximum number you can get if you have enterprise companies using it, multiple enterprises using it. If you are into B2C, then obviously in 10,000s or 100,000s. If you have that kind of traction, you have achieved a product user fit, and now you need to work towards viability, the business model part. How are you going to monetize the value you have created for your users? That's when you achieve product market fit. People have talked a lot about product market fit in terms of desirability and feasibility only, and have misunderstood the part where they need to also think about the business part of it. And business part also comes from desirability, and that is what we will discuss today, how you can see gains and how viability is somewhat correlated to the gains you get from a product, because people are going to pay for those gains. The next thing which we studied yesterday, which we covered yesterday, was how to write customer profiles, and what are the most important aspects of a customer profile apart from describing the user. It is very important that you describe the user and you build rapport with him, and you understand where he comes from and who is he. All that is very important. I am not denying that factor, but don't give that a importance which is more than these 3 points. These are the essence of a customer profile. So focus on them equally. And that is where we learned first framework of this whole session, which was jobs to be done framework. And we covered 4 elements of it yesterday. The person who is going to perform the job, what is the job, what are the various fine bifurcations in a job: main job, emotional job, social job, micro and macro jobs. And we also covered that how you can understand the chronology of steps he is taking to accomplish that job. What is that main job, उसने क्या steps लिए हैं, what is the process. You were able to understand that. And then we understood what are needs, how you can define need basis on a very 3 simple parameter: direction in which it should move, unit of measurement, object, and obviously the clarifying statement. So these are the 4 verbs or 4 what you can say building parameters to write something about need. The direction of movement, unit of measurement, object, and clarifier. So this is what we covered yesterday. And we'll move on towards some understanding circumstances. What are they and how they actually, what they are actually, and how you can use them in jobs to be done framework. And obviously at the end of this session today, we will review everyone's assignment. Thanks for that thanks for doing that on your Saturday and Sunday. It's a day out, and I perfectly understand that you have taken out 20 minutes from your life in doing this. So I highly appreciate that. So we will take it at the end of this session. We will discuss it, and I'll be also joining, I guess, the next design meetup you guys have. So I'll also review any other questions related to this in that upcoming sessions as well. So coming to today's session, we will be learning today circumstances, and apart from circumstances, we'll be learning about how to conduct job interviews, how exactly you have to conduct the interview. I have just given you the framework. We didn't discuss how to do the interview, what questions to ask, what are the most important questions you should ask, and how you will build those questions for each and every element. We will discuss that. Then we will discuss how you can have trigger questions to map gains and pains in process. And then we will discuss about the 4 forces interviewing framework. It's a very beautiful framework. It is popularized by one of the, I would say, advocates and evangelists of jobs to be done framework, Alan Clement. He has written a beautiful book on coffee. He is not named it jobs to be done. It's a very good book. It starts from, I don't remember the exact name. I'll give you the resource, but Alan Clement is a fantastic guy, and this 4 forces framework is absolutely a delight. So yeah, let's dive deep into circumstances. So I guess a few of you went through my slide yesterday, and I have deliberately kept circumstances in the slide so that anybody who is doing the self-reading can also read about it and think about it. What is circumstance? So what do you understand by circumstance? Can anybody give me an example in regards with the tax return example जो हमने कल लिया हुआ, उसके हिसाब से आप लोग के दिमाग में क्या circumstances आ रही हैं?
Yeah, so maybe the circumstances could be the situations, maybe the unavailability of internet access if someone is using navigation, or maybe some language issue, something like this.
Okay.
Where actually they are performing, like what is the current scenario, what is the current environment in which they are doing the tasks, particular job that is to be done.
Sayyid, do you have a headphone? क्या? I guess you are not connected via headphone. You are keeping your laptop at a distance. So I always find it very difficult. You are very soft spoken also. तो मुझे कई बार सुनाई नहीं देता ठीक से. If you can use a headphones, I will be very much happy to interact with you, because it's a delight to interact with you.
Yeah, actually, I don't have a microphone. So like I only have the earphone, and mic is with the laptop.
Okay, no issues. Okay, no problem. So can you repeat what you said? अभी last में जो बोला वो सुनाई दे रहा था clearly.
So I was saying the circumstances will be like the environment in which the task is being done. So what
Yeah.
is the environment? What is
Yeah.
the surrounding? What is the situation?
Hmm.
So it changes.
Absolutely.
It changes
Yes.
depending on the
Yes. Yes.
task.
Yes. So where so what you said was environment, and environment is where आप कहाँ हैं, किस तरह से कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं. So if you take an example of let's go back to the example of iPod and Walkman. If I am in a gym, if I am walking, if I am traveling, okay, so that is where am I am in a train, I am in a gym, I am moving, and I want to have music on go. So that is your circumstance. Anybody who has some examples of when?
But is it on only positive circumstances, or it is like also negative circumstances?
So circumstances don't have positive and negative. Circumstances need to be unbiased. आपको just बताना है कब और कहाँ.
Yeah. So there is no nothing related to positiveness or negativeness. What is
Correct.
the actual situation that they are doing it? That situation derives the experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's take an example of what you guys have written. Uh, when I am stuck in traffic, I want the navigator in my app to tell me the alternate route. Now this is the when, and what I just said was a sub outcome. When I am stuck in traffic, then only I want to know the alternate route, right? I don't want to know the alternate route when I'm not in traffic. So traffic is a negative situation, but it has nothing, वो negativity associate करने से there is nothing additional you can derive. You just need to know when and where. And when can be positive, when can be negative, doesn't matter. Cool. So let's go ahead into more things on circumstances. So time when the job is happening, where the job is happening, and two other things which are very important in this are trigger. What is triggering you? What is triggering a particular, how are you getting triggered to start that job? So let's say you are, I'll give you an example. Uh, when I have a meeting, or when I have a ticket booked, or yeah, absolutely, this is a very good trigger. I got to remember right now. Trigger is Book My Show has a good integration done with Google Maps. So if I have a ticket booked and if it's booked in a nearby theater, it appears on my calendar. It also shows me the location, and if I click on that location, I am able to navigate from my home, from my current location to that cinema hall, right? Similarly, if I have a meeting and I have the location there, so these are the triggers. These are the triggers. Okay, when I have a meeting, trigger hai meeting is triggering you to navigate from one place to another place. A movie is triggering it. A date night probably is triggering it, right? So these are the important triggers, and these are part of events, but we are trying to not just have situational events, but also some emotional triggers. Why you are doing it? Triggers are sometimes it can be an urgency as well. You want to urgently go somewhere and you don't know where it is. So that's why also you are looking into the map, because you don't know where it is, right? And then manner in which you are doing the job. So why I'm saying manner, I'm listening to music. The trigger can be same in all the cases. I want that motivation or mood from the music to come, but the manner I'm in which I'm listening the music is different. The manner, so I'll give you an example. For the product which we are using right now, the headphones, the earphones, I'm sitting right now and I can use this one, right? But if I'm moving, the manner in which I'm doing the job of listening to music, when I'm working out in gym or when I'm walking, this becomes these wired headsets become very hard to use, right? You will definitely love to have a wireless, you will definitely love to have a wireless headphone in that situation. Yeah. So any
Hi,
questions so far?
hi Shubham Urvashi this side.
Hi
Um,
Urvashi.
So, as you said, while filing an ITR, so can it be a circumstance if I'm unable to find a CA, so I'm filing the ITR from home or my office?
Yeah, absolutely. You're filing it on your own. When I'm unable to find a CA, or
Mhm.
when I'm unable to trust a CA, that can also be the
Right.
case. And I want to do it on my own. What should I use? Like that is also a situation. Absolutely, that is a situation. It's a when.
Okay. Okay.
Shubham, so just one question here. So when we say circumstances, I could say only when and where included. So why not the why part?
So why part is the need. Need is not circumstance. Why is the motivation you have to do it? It's the need. It's not part of circumstance.
Okay.
I want, why I am filing ITR? I am filing ITR to get what? Tax refund, right? I want
Oh,
more money. That's the need. That why is the need.
oh,
Why I am filing it on time, so that I am not I will not get a tax rate at my place, right? Or I don't get a penalty from the government. That's the why part. That's the need. Why defines your need. When and where defines your circumstance.
okay. Okay.
So if you go
Thanks.
into the traditional use cases or traditional personas, these all were part of when, where, why were part of the same segment, and
Yeah.
that's why people confuse it to like they confuse it and they mix it. That's why jobs to be done theory keeps every segment very separate. Needs are separate, circumstances are separate.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, Shubham.
Yeah. Cool, guys. So I guess we have covered all the core elements of jobs to be done now. Circumstances is also done and dusted now. So let's move on to how do you interview. And obviously, you don't interview like Arnab Goswami. Obviously not. You don't interview a user, or you don't torment a user, and you don't just go and tell the user my product manager wants to know, right? You will have to define a proper interview structure, and you will have to structure your questions before you go, because you are trying to get into his shoes, and it's not easy if you are not doing it on your own. We are able to immediately correlate with the ITR part because we file our ITRs, and we have done it some other time, right? We have seen someone doing it, or we have personally experienced it. That's why we are able to correlate with it. But sometimes when we are not doing that transaction on our own and we are building for a B2B use case, it's very hard to get into the user's shoe. And that's why structuring your interviews are very important. And how do you structure your jobs to be done interviews is very important. And key to success here is everybody loves a good story. And if you are able to ask the questions in a way that user is able to narrate a story, and he is able to travel back in time and tell that how he does things, or how he used to do things, or how he is doing the thing, and what were the negative outcomes which have happened with him so far, what are the circumstances. अगर वो आपको एक story narrate कर पाएगा तो आप immediately visualize कर पाएंगे. So when you are observing users, it is important that you keep these core elements in mind. But when you are interviewing users, you have to take him to a specific incident. And the next set of questions, when I'm going to explain how you have to ask the questions, your effort should be to help him recall the incident. It can be a good one, it can be a bad one. What went good, what went right, what went wrong. You have to ask in that way, and that will help him go back into that memory lane and narrate a proper story to you. And probably if you're in a B2B scenario or in a B2C scenario, B2C, he will give you examples probably verbally, but in B2B, sometimes they're also able to show you the live use cases. They may be able to show you the transaction they have done in their older system and how it is wrong. They can show you that, or they can show you if you're building a interactive, if sorry, you are building a communication tool for B2B space, they can show you what went wrong in the communication, what went right, and all that. Then you can trigger the emotions. What was the experience? You can, when you're helping them travel back in time, you have to focus a lot on what happened and why it happened and how they felt at that time. क्या हुआ गलत, kyun hua galat is important, but how were they feeling at that point in time is also very important, because that is where you want to you want to get rid of all the negative emotions they may have in your product. Whatever negative emotions they had because something went wrong, you want to totally eliminate that. So you need to write, this will help you on understanding all the negative outcomes related to a job. And then also discuss the ideal state. Once you are done with this story where something went wrong or something went great, you have to also ask them, what is the ideal state? What is the Ram Rajya situation for you? What is the फाइनल एंड गेम फॉर यू? अगर इस तरह से होगा तो हमेशा ही खुश रहूंगा, कभी दुखी नहीं होगा मेरे जीवन में, राइट? अच्छे दिन कब आएंगे? दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, दैट मेरा प्रोडक्ट अच्छे दिन कैसे ला सकता है आपके लिए. So that's very important. These three factors are very important. You have to keep these key things in mind when you are drafting your questions. The next step is,
I have a question here.
Yeah.
Shubham, means if we want to interview the user for the first time, like if we are building some product from the scratch and it is still not there, so we might not know a specific incident or emotions related to a particular experience or pain point, then how should we deal with that?
I'll give you a very beautiful example on this. Airbnb, when they came up with it, right? There was nothing like Airbnb, a product which helps you crash at unknown people's place, right? There used to be in USA, there was Craigslist and people used to list their space and people used to crash, and there were Facebook groups for hitchhikers. But that was, so उन्होंने क्या किया? They went to the Facebook groups. So there can be a you can say कोई existing product नहीं था. There was no existing product, but there was some workaround. There was something by which they were doing it. Like hitchhikers, they cannot pay for the hotels, or if you are doing a road trip or whatever you are doing, people were crashing at each other's place. Students who were traveling were crashing at each other's place, right? So वो कैसे हो रहा था? They tried to understand that. They joined a lot of Facebook groups. They checked out a lot of listings on Craigslist, and what is the response or comment left by the person who crashed at a particular person's place, and then they started interacting with them at a personal level. Pehle Facebook se start kiya, then they offered them to meet for a coffee, and they understood from them what was their experience, and they did it with both the sides. The person who is enlisting his property on a Facebook group or on Craigslist, and they did it with the person who was crashing at each other's place, right? And then they also went to a segment which was not doing it. They went and asked people, they went and asked, so they personally experienced it. Obviously, Airbnb story, if everybody has heard it, they personally experienced it when they were attending a design conference. They were not able to find out any good places, affordable places to stay. All of them were taken, and they crashed at a friend's place, and that's where they realized it's a good thing. We are not able to, we are in an early stage of our career, we cannot pay, and crashing at each other at a friend's place is good. But what if I can also crash at anyone else's place as well and have a good experience of the city, right? So what I'm trying to say is, existing product hona har bar zaruri nahi hai. First movers bhi honge. You can take an example of TurboTax and ClearTax. When TurboTax was being built by Intuit in USA, they explicitly told their product managers and designers that you're competing with pen and paper. You're competing with people who do their checks and auditing by themselves on Excel sheets, on ledgers books maintained manually. You're competing with a CA. Go study them, how they are doing it. Go study the users who are interacting with them, customers who are interacting with them. Right. So there will always be a workaround or a existing very crappy service.
There is always a solution. So there is absolutely always a solution. Absolutely. There can't be a scenario that there is not a solution.
Absolutely.
There is always a workaround. People are doing something to overcome that. But we have to just find the something part of it.
Correct.
And with the process.
Yes.
Go with that process.
Absolutely. That's what Airbnb cracked. They saw that why people were going to Facebook and not Craigslist. Craigslist was not allowing them to interact with the person who had enlisted that property. और Facebook group में फायदा ये हो रहा था that the person who has made that post on Facebook group, they can send a friend request to that person, whoever wants to crash at his place, and they can exchange messages, and that became the most unique selling point for Airbnb, right? You can chat with your host, you can know him personally, you can call him, right? So that is what the uniqueness was in the present solution. Now what they did was they just augmented it with the whole experience of seeing the place, where host can also offer an experience. They can take the guest for a tour of the city and all that, right? So they augmented couple of more gains to it. So that's what we will cover. Like I gave an
Right.
example just so that you guys can correlate. So knowing your customer is very important, and I have put this specific image just for B2B people, because this happens a lot. When you are in B2B, you will start at some point in time, your users will frustrate you, and you will definitely have this kind of a feeling back in your head. So avoid this feeling all the time. In B2C, because you're not interacting to the users face to face, and you are not having a very personal rapport with them, so you will not have a strong feeling. But you have to always know your customer. Where are they working? What kind of job they have? And in the ITR context, this becomes very important. What kind of work they do, what kind of job they have. Then what's the last time they did this job? आपने अपने आप कब tax return file किया? आपने CA के through last time कब file कराया था? How did you overall feel while you were getting the tax return file? So similarly for Airbnb example, आप last time किसी के unknown आदमी के घर कब गए थे और उसके घर पे रात रुक के आए थे? What did you feel about it? So all these questions are important to know the customers. This is to just to break ice with the user. You need to understand him. You need to build a rapport with him. Once you have done this part, you have some understanding of your customer, like what kind of a person he is he preferring a CA, why is, because when you will ask these questions, you can also see these are not yes or no questions. These are not simple yes or no questions. You also draft your questions in a way they should not be simple yes or no. They should always trigger a bigger statement from customer. It should always trigger to for the user, for the customer to tell you a proper explanation, proper answer, not just simple yes or no. And the next part is, once you have built a rapport with the customer, you have to understand what he's trying to accomplish. Is he trying to, so in the context of ITR, is he trying to maximize his tax refund? Is he trying to file it on time? Does he want to minimize the amount of time he's investing in doing so? Because different people can have different things while with it trying to accomplish. What are the steps involved? This is the process part, and you are trying to trigger this because next thing in after the job element is understanding the process. So you just want to trigger some parts of steps, because in the process you will ask him to do it with you, right? In this you are just trying to understand what he does. Then you are going to ask him what are the problems, risk, obstacles. And this again, what you can do is, when we will talk about pain and gain mapping questions, you can take it up with the pain part as well. And अभी this is just to understand from him वो क्या overall ऊपर से वो पेन के बारे में क्या बता रहा है. When you go through the process with him, when you see him doing all the steps with you, or you observe a person doing a thing with you, right, you can ask or map more pains, and you can ask him more questions on the pain part, on the problems and this part. This is just to understand on top of his mind what are the risks or obstacles he feels. What helps you achieve the outcome? What are the things he needs help on? Does he need help on gathering all the information to file ITR? Does he need help on understanding the deduction sections? Does he need help on how to save money so that usko tax refund mile? All these things you need to understand from him. And obviously, as I said, understanding what in user's word is an ideal experience is very important. उसके लिए आइडियल एक्सपीरियंस क्या है, एंड डोंट जस्ट स्टॉप एट सीए. मेरे लिए आइडियल एक्सपीरियंस सीए है. व्हाई, वो पूछना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. व्हाई ideal experience is CA? That is a very important, and you have to ask, and I guess everybody knows Simon Sinek and follow him. So you have to always go by the rule of 5 whys. You have to ask whys 5 times, and trust me, it works. If you will ask the person 5 times why, you will definitely have an answer which is absolutely logical. It will not be something which is just based on emotions. Process is quite simple. The verbs which you have, you can use those verbs, and you can use this kind of questions to attach those verbs with this question. So what is the end-to-end process can be divided further into 10-15 questions based on the verbs I had given in the process wala part कि आप वो verbs को use करके आप और questions draft कर सकते हो. And my suggestion is always try to do a process with him end to end. Like if you want to build a new Google map, or if you want to build Waze, that's how Waze have done it. I guess everybody knows about Waze. It was acquired by Google. It's a beautiful navigational experience. And what they did was they गूगल मैप होने के बावजूद वो लोग कार में बैठ के ड्राइवर्स के साथ एंड कैब ड्राइवर्स के साथ, राइडर्स के साथ, नॉर्मल जो लोग रोड ट्रिप्स करते हैं उनके साथ बैठ के दे अंडरस्टूड द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ नेविगेशन अगेन. They understood each and every step, they understood the circumstances. So it is very important that you do the process with the user, seeing him in his current situation, in his current environment. And you have to do it obviously multiple times to have a valid hypothesis, valid jobs to be done, statement built, or a research thing built. How does he feel at each stage? So उसके इमोशंस क्या बिल्ड हो रहे हैं, किस स्टेज पे उसे फियर जैसी फीलिंग आ रही है, किस में वो कॉन्फिडेंट ज़्यादा रहता है, क्यों कॉन्फिडेंट रहता है, क्यों फियरफुल है, क्या फियर है, क्यों फियर है, वो सारी चीज़ें जानना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. So how do you feel at each stage? How is your user feeling at each stage is very important. Each step he is taking, what is the validation he is seeking to know कि उसने सही करा है कि नहीं? Because when a user is using a product, you always need a validation that you have done something right. As humans, we seek validation, whether we have done right or wrong, right? So it is very important that your interface is going to take care of it, and you need to understand how he seeks validation in his current solution. How is he feeling that this, what he has done is right? And obviously how he is wrapping up things. What are the closures for him? How does he says कि ये चीज खत्म हो गई है, ये process खत्म हो गई है? So how is he wrapping up things is also important. For the ITR example, it is you getting the refund back in your bank, you being happy about getting it back, right? Or for the navigational experience, you reaching on time is the important, or you also reaching on time and reaching on right place. Sometimes what happens with Google Map, and I have experienced it personally, it has made me reach the right place, but the place is not accessible from the side they have made me reach that. So once I reached a cargo terminal at an airport at a place where जहाँ से entry नहीं थी, दीवाली थी, सारी जगह दीवाल थी, there was no gate there, and Google took me there, right? So it happens. It's not just reaching at right time, it is reaching at the right place as well. That's how you are closing the navigation. That's how you are saying you have got the job done correctly.
I have seen with the Uber. So like Uber uses the map, driver uses the map, and they didn't know that the way, is it too short or it has ample space to, for the vehicle to pass through. So like people stuck at this, small areas.
Yes,
cities.
absolutely. So that happens a lot in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Google Map is not working that well, and that's where when I will evaluate your assignments, I will highlight certain social parts which people have missed and how they use the social job to actually make their product better. And Waze also did a beautiful job at using the social aspect of navigation in a way that they were able to make their navigational experience better, their maps further correct. So we will talk about it in the assignment evaluation.
I had a question. It's related to, so how is this different from a journey map? The jobs to be done, because
it is a framework which is helping you build journey map.
Okay, sure. Okay, that makes sense. Right.
Yeah, it is a framework which is helping you ask the right questions in the right format, and it is giving you a way through which. So jobs to be done framework is something which came from marketing side of the things. Okay. And the map journey map thing came from the user experience or the user designers thing. And when you have jobs to be done, it easily gets mapped with the journey map. And jobs to be done एक ऐसी चीज है जिससे सब कोई relate कर सकता है. Your business guys can also relate with it because it talks about the pain and gains and viabilities, outcomes and value proposition. It also very easily correlates with the designers who are designing the product, and it also very easily communicable to the engineers as in form of job stories, which I'll give links to how a product guy can write job stories rather than user stories in his PRD. So basically it gives you a direction, and that's why Intercom, one of the biggest product companies who uses jobs to be done theory just to drive a single vision across all the teams. It's a framework which gives everybody the single vision, and it can be used for it's a beautiful thing to be used with journey maps. So I use it to build journey maps in and out everyday basis.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Anyone else has any questions? So otherwise we can move to the next segment.
Shivam, I have one question. So
Yeah.
sometimes you don't get so much time to do research and all. So how to follow a simple research process when there is like tight timelines and all?
That's a very tricky question to answer. I always feel, and I always, as a product manager who is facing customers, try to not commit any timelines to my customers. If I have not done my research, I will always say, see, I have to do my research, and then only I can commit to any timelines. Let me see. Let me have at least weeks time to study your current problem, and then only I will commit on any timelines. So that is quite doable in B2B space, because when you're building a B2B product from scratch, your closed beta customers are actually co-building the product with you. So it's quite easy in B2B. B2C very much depends on how the organization's stakeholders think. Like in case of Airbnb and other companies who have equal stake of design and research, like the CXO level people are someone who have design background. Like for example, Netflix also has a lot of people, senior people who are coming from strong design background. So they drive that timeline to be flexible enough so that the research is done correctly. So my answer would be you should push back on timelines and not say yes, or at least you can say that if the research goes wrong in this case, I'm not taking the ownership.
Right. And just since in our company we kind of follow a way where we ship products quickly and then do research. Means first we launch it, then we do UAB testing and maybe user testing to analyze what are the pain points, what are the problem areas. So is it a right way?
So no, so what I'm saying is you can ship quicker even with jobs to be done. It is not like jobs to be done is a framework which will slow you down. So what you need to do is that's what I have tried my level best, and now thankfully I'm able to at least have a 2 weeks gap in my design. So we have two sprints in shipments. One is a product sprint or a product design sprint, and it's not like a traditional design sprint jo Jake Knapp ne bataya. That's what not I'm talking about. It's a, you can say, scrum running for 2 weeks for a design team, and वो design team is running 2 weeks ahead of the roadmap. So आपने एक roadmap define किया at the beginning of 6 months, right, or at the beginning of your quarter. And उसमें हम क्या करते हैं कि roadmap for design team always runs 2 weeks or 4 weeks ahead, and developer team is just completing things, and then they are jumping onto the next thing which design team has already completed. The research, जिसके लिए research or what do you say, research and design complete हो चुका, वो चीज वो उठाते हैं. And it should be multiple. If you have a lot of designers, at least 3 or 4 problems from the roadmap should be picked up for design and research, with multiple resources allocated to different problems. And then product managers should come in at the beginning of a developer sprint, and they have to decide which two ones they want to pick, and the next two ones can be picked in the later stages.
Right. Okay.
So you can read a very good book called Shape Up from Basecamp that defines it very beautifully. Basecamp is a company which says no multiple times to their users, and they are profitable as well. So they have built a profitable business without raising a single VC fund so far in last 10 years by saying no a lot of times to their customers. So it's very important that you say no to your customer, you say no to your product folks.
Okay, got it.
So Shubham, I have one question.
Yeah.
So observation and findings are the most important aspect of the user research, right?
Right.
So how to ensure that you have captured all or at least most of the points that should have been recorded during the user journey, user research? I mean, are there validations available at the PRD stage as well?
So research should be available before PRD, but it's not like आप PRD लिख रहे हैं product requirement document तब आप research कर रहे हैं, and you are and it should not definitely be a way कि आप product requirement document पहले लिख दे रहे हैं and then research कर रहे हैं. What you have to do is you have to do your research first, and that's how I do things. I try to see everything beforehand before I even pick up writing a product requirement document. I will do the whole jobs to be done theory end to end in my mind. I will research about how the steps are. I will talk to users, tell me how you are doing it currently, what are the steps you are taking. वो सब मैं पहले rough notes बनाता हूँ, and then only I move on towards, once I have a strong validation, what are the positive outcomes, negative outcomes, everything, then I start writing a PRD. Because now, see, PRD is a pitch to my developers to accept, yeah, this is a very good problem to solve. It should not, so product processes have to be very democratic. What I've seen in a lot of product companies, it is not democratic. It comes from a top to down wala thing. It is not coming up in a bottoms up approach. It's not coming up democratically. But when you keep things democratic, when you listen to everyone, you will not end up solving a problem. Most of the time you will end up solving a problem which was very useful for your customers as well as for your company.
Right. Okay.
So coming to how do you find the implicit pains, because pain कोई आके ऐसे बताएगा नहीं, like आपको चोट लगी होती है आपको दिख जाता है, implicit pains होते हैं वो, आप implicit pains आपको कोई नहीं बताएगा, explicit pains आपको दिख जाएंगे. So explicit pains are when you are doing the process with the user, you will see his frustration, you will see him talking loudly on a phone call, or you will see him disturbed or frustrated when he is doing something. Those are explicit pains, but some things are implicit, which are not visible. And to find out implicit pains, you have to ask certain questions to him. So you have to ask, what is the biggest risk financially, technically, socially? So let's say, for an example, I am talking to someone who is filing ITR. What is the biggest financial risk? I will get zero tax refund. I have made investments in tax saving schemes, still I'm getting zero tax refund. That's the biggest financial risk. Technical risk is I filed it wrong. Social is I made a fool out of myself. I tried something new, experimented with something new, and I have made a fool of myself. I invested in something, feeling that it's a tax saving scheme, but turns out it was not. So understanding biggest risks, and this is something which people will not tell you. Like when you are doing the process with the guy end to end, he will not say कि biggest risk ये है. You will have to ask him. When he's doing it, आप पूछ सकते हो उसको धीरे से कि सर आप अगर ये गलत करोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, अगर ये चीज इस तरह से नहीं हुई तो क्या होगा, इसमें रिस्क क्या है, गलत होने के चांसेस क्या है, तो वो बताना अपने आप ही शुरू कर देगा. And then second thing you have to ask is what's the obstacle. इसके अंदर he will start coming up with a lot of factors apart from a lot of other steps he does in different circumstances, और उसमें क्या obstacle आते हैं. Like if I will ask someone, seeing उसने अगर मुझे दिखा दिया कि मेरे email में ये सारे documents हैं और मैं बस खाली भेज देता हूँ, like for example you are trying to understand ITR filing process with someone and he says कि मैं ऐसा एक email draft करता हूँ या मैं WhatsApp पे मैसेज डालता हूँ और ये PDF भेज देता हूँ मेरे CA को, but then you have to ask ये document कहाँ से आया, उसको लाने का obstacle क्या है. So that means he is logging into the bank's website and downloading the interest certificate, and knowing from where you have to download the interest certificate is also very important, right? It's a big obstacle. How is ClearText solving it? क्योंकि उन्हें ये obstacle पता है, ClearText क्या करता है, जब मैं फॉर्म भर रहा होता हूँ, वो लोगों ने वो obstacle को इतना पकड़ लिया, इतना अच्छे से पकड़ा है कि उन्होंने जो डिडक्शन का सेक्शन है वहाँ पे सारे बैंक्स के लिंक डाले हुए हैं, and I can just click and I can see उन्होंने help manuals basically बनाए हुए, and it tells me where I have to go in different internet banking systems to download my interest home loan का interest certificate कि मैंने home loan में इतना interest pay किया है. So that solves one obstacle. It's not a direct feature I have built in my product, but it is helping the user in some way to eliminate that obstacle. So understanding obstacle, all of them, is very important. How are you producing SIP का, how are you producing SIP का proofs, how are you calculating मैंने कितना investment किया, क्योंकि आप अलग अलग जगह पे invest कर सकते हैं आज की date में. So are you getting it in one place or not? So all these becomes very important. What's their definition? अब कई बार definition of too much, it's too much effort, I am very less productive, ये very less, too much effort, too much cost. What is too much? Put a number to it. Always try to put a number to it कि 10 minutes आपके लिए ज़्यादा है, 15 minute investment इसमें आपके लिए ज़्यादा है, half an hour investment आपके लिए ज़्यादा है. Productivity, कितना time save करना आपको, 5 minute, 10 minute, ideally कितना लगना चाहिए. These questions are very important because users जब आपसे वेग बात करेंगे और आप चीजें वेग लिखेंगे, so आप वो चीजें आउटकम के बेसिस में भी आपको वेग पता रहेगी, तो you will never be able to define a proper success metrics for your product. If you know user takes 10 minutes right now and he wants too much for him is 10 minutes, and if your product is able to deliver a 5-minute experience, obviously you have delivered a 5-minute success to him. Cost अगर file करने की अभी with a CA is close to what you can say 2500 rupees. I don't know how much a CA takes. I'm just making a wild guess. 2500 rupees आप साल का देते हैं उसको, ठीक है, और आपको तभी भी 15-20 मिनट लगाने पड़ते हैं. तो अगर मैं कॉस्ट को 500 रुपए कर दूं और आपको खाली 5 मिनट लगते हैं, so when you have these numbers, you can easily decide whether this is the right problem to solve. So it is very important for you when user is talking in vague terms about pain, you have to ask him exactly how much it is paining. What makes him feel bad? The next question is क्यों बुरा फील कर रहा है, क्यों. अब ये फील बैड वाला फैक्टर है ना, आई विल फील बैड, आई विल फील लो, ये सारी जो चीजें, ये भी अगेन इट इज वेरी hard to understand. It is very hard to drill out of a customer. So when will he feel bad? He has not got a tax refund जितना उसको चाहिए था. He feels bad. ITR के केस में इतना feel bad नहीं है मेरे हिसाब से. हर सारे questions, and this is also very important, all questions might not be applicable to all types of jobs, all types of things you're trying to solve. So don't think कि सारे questions का ही answer होना चाहिए. कुछ चीजों का नहीं होगा भाई, चलेगा. हर क्वेश्चन का आंसर होना जरूरी नहीं है. नहीं, उसको कोई फीलिंग आती होगी उसमें, मतलब मेरे को तो कोई फीलिंग नहीं आती. टैक्स रिफंड आ गया तो खुशी फील होती है, पर मुझे नहीं पता आईटीआर फाइल करने में फील बैड क्या होगा. मैं भी नहीं बता पाऊंगा एज अ यूजर अगर कोई मुझे आके इंटरव्यू करे. Awake at night, yes, I have got scared sometimes not knowing के tax return की return date, मतलब last return date क्या थी. Happened very recently with me in lockdown. Almost I was on 31st July, 11 PM I am realizing shit मैंने file नहीं किया है. And then I started searching कि कब file करना था, and then I got to know okay ठीक है November में है, so I am saved, I'm not screwed. So these are the things, these are your biggest concerns. So let's say if you are enrolled in a tax product like ClearTax, it would be great that they can give me a WhatsApp reminder. It would be great if my CA can message me. CA शायद ना कर पाए क्योंकि CA के पास अगर 50-60 customers है तो वो सबको personally नहीं करेगा, but a tech product can very well do it with automated reminders. So again, need to know what keeps them awake at night, what is the biggest concern, risk, obstacles, what is too much. Putting a number to all the pains is very important.
Shubham, I have a question here. So,
Yeah.
for people who are already a user, it is easy to understand these things. But people who are new users, whom we want to come on our platform and use our services. So, how to find the motivation factor in user research? Like how to find that one thing which will click which will actually turn them to a good user.
So ये जो pains है ना Priyanka, you have, as I said, and I'm emphasizing it again and again, as a designer or as a experienced researcher, as a product guy, you have to go out of your office. You have to sit besides the user when he is doing some. तो प्रोडक्ट नहीं है, लेट्स से अभी क्लियर टेक्स्ट कभी नहीं था, टर्बो टेक्स्ट कभी नहीं था, सीए के साथ उसको इंटरेक्ट करने में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, उसकी कंपनी के साथ उसे इंटरेक्ट करने में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, बैंक के साथ इंटरेक्ट करने में, जैसे आई गिव एन एग्जांपल, obstacle which was not in control of clear text, they cannot get integrated to get the interest certificate from all the banks which are out there in India, right? But what they can do was they can make a very good help manual कि यहाँ से आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हो हर बैंक में से. That was a pain, and that no CA was telling you. CA क्या करता था, आप मुझे सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स दे दो, मैं ITR बना दूंगा आपका, but डॉक्यूमेंट तो आपको ही लेके आने थे, right? So now you will get to know ये documents वो कहाँ से ला रहा था only when you sit with that user while he is filing the actual tax return, or he is planning even his tax return, not just when he is sending it to the CA. उससे जो पहले pre steps हैं, that's why the process part is very important, and doing this pain का question analysis while you are doing all the steps of process is very important.
Yeah,
I
but
hope I have
yeah, but sitting with user is not always feasible for a product, because on the project that I'm working on basically gives the services of, you know, buy now and pay later kind of services. And when you have to attain new users as your key metric in some feature or a product, then it becomes really hard to find their motivation factor to use that particular product, because that particular product is also not in on our app. It's basically on other merchants app, which they're using as a payment gate, as one of the payment
So
options.
for example, let's say pay as a pay later option. So there are certain products, I guess there is, I used to use one
Lazy
product.
Pay.
Lazy Pay hai, Just
Simple,
Money hai.
yeah.
So what you can do is you can so there are multiple ways. एक हिंदी में कहावत है, जहाँ चाय वहाँ राय. I am not saying you don't have the cha, but you also need the resources to do it. So what you can do is you can give some incentives, you can give some coupon codes. These are all the hatkandas for B2C, because you will not easily get access to users. So what you can do is you can ask people on LinkedIn, you can ask people who are using these products in and out, and you can give them some incentive to come on a call with you. Or if COVID goes away, you can ask them out for a coffee and say, okay, let's meet and discuss this. Or you can have a user focus group meeting kind of thing, where you can understand how they use and what is the problems they face or obstacles they face while they are using pay. So I'll give you one example for this thing. Pay as you later pay wale mein, they never tell you per day late fees kya hai at the upfront. They never tell, that is so hidden in their app somewhere, and that is also obviously that's on purpose to earn money, obviously. But अगर वो चीज आप अगर सही से पहले से बता दोगे, तो शायद लोग आपका प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस से यूज करें. लाइक आई स्टॉप्ड यूजिंग लेजी पे, जस्ट आई आल्सो स्टॉप्ड यूजिंग ओला का लेटर पे, बिकॉज दीस गाइज आर नॉट टेलिंग मी व्हाट इज द लेट फी. जब लग रही है तब बता रहे पर डे लेट फी इतना है.
Right.
Wherein credit cards tell you upfront कि if you go wrong in this, and yeah, that's where Cred also does this job very right. Cred ने कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं किया. Cred is giving me a platform to pay my credit card bills on time, right? That is also pay later. But they're telling me what is the minimum due, what is the late fee I will incur if I don't give the minimum due. They also tell me how much my credit scoring will go down if I don't pay on time. That is also a very important aspect. कि मेरा क्रेडिट रेटिंग इतना नीचे चला जाएगा, नेक्स्ट टाइम मुझे लोन नहीं मिलेगा, क्रेडिट कार्ड नहीं मिलेगा अगर मेरा क्रेडिट रेटिंग कम हो रहा है. सो ऑल दीज बिकम्स एक्सप्लिसिट थिंग्स व्हिच पीपल हैव टू डू. मतलब ये चीजें शायद आप पर्सनली भी ये प्रोडक्ट यूज करो ना, इंस्टेड ऑफ फाइंडिंग. B2C में मुझे यही फायदा लगता है कई बार कि आप कई बार ऐसी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहे हैं जो आप खुद भी शायद प्रोडक्ट के यूजर बन के कंपटीशन का प्रोडक्ट खुद से यूज करके एक दो बार आपको सब कुछ चीजें ऑब्स्टिकल्स आप खुद भी रियलाइज कर सकते हो. एंड देन you can also ask friends who are using it, you can ask people around you, and then probably if you want more numbers to churn, because B2C mein any hypothesis you are testing you need more numbers, you can invest some amount of it. It is equal to what you will do in A/B testing. आप A/B testing में भी तो कुछ invest कर रहे हैं, right? You are buying a product to do A/B testing runs, right? So you can invest that amount of money in the research itself, in having your user focus groups, asking them about different products. And if you have your own prototype also built, you can ask them. Or if you have a solution in mind, you want to ask कि इससे ये obstacle solve होगा, you can make that investment earlier, and then the product which comes out will be far more better. So
Right.
it depends totally on the company's philosophy. They want to do it in an early stage or in the later stage as part of A/B testing.
Okay.
I hope I answered your question, because it sounds like you still are not satisfied.
No, yeah. I got the idea, like what you are saying.
Okay. I have not worked in B2C, so sometimes I don't understand the pains you guys have that at that in-depth level. But these are some ideas I have.
Yeah. Yes.
Now gains, I have not talked about gains. मैं कल से पेन के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ, और जो सबसे easy गेन्स सबको समझ में आ रहे होंगे कि मैंने पेन सॉल्व कर दिया तो वो तो गेन हो गया ना. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. There are different types of gains. Required and expected gains are the part where you solve a pain, and these are the two segments, required and expected, जो आप पेन को convert करके बना रहे हैं. Desired and unexpected are something which will blow your users mind, aha moments. So desired gains are, मैं easily desired था कि मेरा CA ही मेरे लिए सारे PDF ढूंढ के एक साथ investment proof लगा देता. That happens when you have a CA who is managing your investment. But if your CA is not managing your investment, you have some other guy who manages your portfolio, then it becomes very difficult. Unexpected will be पैसा ही ना ले मेरे से. फ्री में दे दे. कोई भी चीज फ्री में मिलती है तो बहुत लोग खुश होते हैं, या बहुत डिस्काउंटेड प्राइस पे मिले. सो क्लियर टेक्स्ट ने फ्री में दिया तो लोगों के लिए बहुत अनएक्सपेक्टेड था. डिजायर्ड गेन्स ये थे कि बहुत इजीली टैक्स का पूरा स्ट्रक्चर समझ में आ रहा था. रिक्वायर्ड और एक्सपेक्टेड ये था कि मुझे टैक्स रिफंड टाइम पे मिल जाए, टैक्स रिफंड सही मिले, और रिक्वायर्ड था कि मेरा ITR प्रॉपरली फाइल हो जाए. सो रिक्वायर्ड एंड एक्सपेक्टेड पे कोई यूजर कभी कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करेगा. डिजायर्ड एंड अनएक्सपेक्टेड आर समथिंग व्हिच मेक्स योर प्रोडक्ट डिफेंसिबल, एंड ये चीजें आप कैसे फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं, दैट्स लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड देम. सो दीज आर वेरी सिंपल थिंग्स. सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट यहाँ पे है, आपको कस्टमर को ये ड्रिल डाउन करना है सेविंग्स किस फॉर्मेट में और किस चीज की, टाइम, एफर्ट, मनी, और कितनी. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड टू थिंग्स. कौन से मैट्रिक्स में सेविंग होनी चाहिए, कौन से मैट्रिक्स में पैरेलल नहीं होनी चाहिए. लाइक टाइम, एफर्ट, मनी, तीनों are important metrics for ITR filing. टाइम कम होना चाहिए, एफर्ट कम लगना चाहिए, पैसा पूरा मिलना चाहिए, राइट. वो कितना मिलना चाहिए, उसके लिए टाइम कितना सेव हो, एफर्ट कितना कम लगे, you have to put numbers across it, and that only will come when you understand the existing solution. So gains is something which you will have to see कि उसको अभी करंट 15 मिनट लगते हैं, अगर मैंने 10 मिनट कर दिया, 5 मिनट कर दिया, तो कितना उसके लिए गेन हुआ. And then you can ask 50% time reduction, 20% time reduction, what is good enough for you. So you have to put numbers to all the savings you are trying to make for that. Then what is the quality they are expecting from you? Are they expecting a direct integration कि मेरा interest certificate आ जाए, or are they happy enough with you providing the PDF in one place, or allowing them to upload and show the PDF in one place, keeping all the investment proofs across the year in one place, or giving a email plugin by which you can. So all these are things, quality. आप अगर उनकी expectation समझेंगे ना, तो आप वापस आके बहुत सारे solutions अपने आप सोच सकते हैं, various variants. Because I'm so clear about jobs to be done, I am so clear about ITR filing, I have done so many times, I am able to tell you both at the same time. बट ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको हमेशा प्रॉब्लम के साथ सॉल्यूशन सोचना. पहले आप प्रॉब्लम प्रॉपर्ली सोचिए, आप पेन सोचिए, आप गेन सोचिए, एंड देन ओनली यू शुड थिंक अबाउट योर सॉल्यूशन स्पेस. यू शुड नेवर मिक्स प्रॉब्लम एंड सॉल्यूशन स्पेस. सेकंड इज व्हाट इज देयर मेजर फॉर सक्सेस एंड फेलियर. सक्सेस उनके लिए क्या है, फेलियर उनके लिए क्या है, और उसको मेजर करने के लिए मैट्रिक्स क्या है. सक्सेस वो कब फील करेंगे, फेलियर कब वो फील करेंगे, is very important to understand. So just to help you correlate with a better example or a parallel example in comparison to ITR, मैं अपना credit card bill में 0 late fees pay करूँ, that's a success matrix for me. I fill it on time, it's a success matrix for me. Failure would be I end up paying X amount of late money, or failure would be my credit rating going below. Success would be my credit rating going up each time I pay on time. Somebody, if he is telling me that success every time the product is, if the product is telling me मेरी credit rating इतनी बढ़ जाएगी अगर मैं time पे भर रहा हूँ, या इतने time तक time पे भरता रहूँगा तो इतना rating ऊपर जा सकता है, that is what credit is trying to do. That is what they have got right. What is the measure of success and failure? what would make their lives better? Nobody reminding me, not my dad. पहले मेरे my dad used to call me for credit card bills. यार तेरी credit card की date आने वाली है. Now my credit app is telling me. Earlier I used to scroll through my emails to know what are the deadlines to pay bills. Now I have phone pay, I have Google Pay, I have Microsoft SMS to tell me, remind me automatically. So that makes my life better. I don't have to do anything. It's making my life better. It is it's having a success and failure matrix के बाद life कैसे better कर रहे हैं. मेरी time नहीं जा रही है, मेरे को consciously remind नहीं करना पड़ रहा है अपने आप को ये करना है. मेरा मैं बाकी चीजों में time दे सकता हूँ. So that also is very important. And these are the emotional aspects of it. And how do you measure the cost? How much am I happy to pay? ये सब gains को लेने के लिए मैं कितना पे कर सकता हूँ? What's the cost ऑफ डूइंग ऑल दिस? मेरा टाइम कितना जाता है, मैं कितना सीए को पे करता हूँ, कितना मैं विलिंगली पे करना चाहता हूँ. इफ वो कॉस्ट का भी आपके पास कुछ मेजरमेंट है, देन यू नो, and then you can give inputs to your business modeling team as well, or your product team, or your CEOs or the strategic team as well कि business model क्या होना चाहिए. If you have this research written down, you are also helping them to come up with a viable business model. So let's say अगर क्लियर टैक्स मुझे ये बोलता है कि आप खुद से फाइल कर रहे हो तो हम आपसे कोई पैसा नहीं लेंगे, बट आपको असिस्टेंस चाहिए तो हम हमारा सीए, वी आर हैविंग सीएस इन लाइव चैट in real time available with us, and this is the charge we take. And if that cost is lesser than the cost I pay to my CA, I will obviously be flabbergasted. I would be like, अरे यार ये तो एकदम aha moment है. So that is very important. If you already know that cost, you have done your research, right, then you can generate these aha moments, not just by the experience of your product, but also by the business model of your product. And yes, if you are asking these questions right, if you have mapped your gains and pains right, you have nailed your needs. You don't need to do any further questioning on needs as such.
Shubham, can I ask a question?
Yes,
because
yes,
it was from the previous part of it. So
Yeah.
I had a question on the observation part. So how could you justify that I don't have my own biases with my observation to someone else? So like I have observed something and that I want to convey, and someone can't say that you have your own biases with your observation. How can you do this?
So as a researcher, how can I keep my biases out of it? So first thing is, you have to do it at least 10 times. You have to at least meet 10 people. And if you will meet 10 people and not alone, you have to at least have one or two other people along with you doing that with you. If you are working in an early stage startup and you don't have designers or researchers, you are the only researcher there, take the engineering team with you, take the product team with you, और someone from product team, one person from product team. अगर एक ही product manager तो उसी को लेके जाओ, so developers हैं तो उनको लेके जाओ, tech lead है तो उसको लेके जाओ, but take someone with you. Or also let others lead in some interviews, give them the questions to ask, I'll help them understand the framework, but let them ask the questions as well. Because if you will do it multiple times and with multiple people and multiple people leading the interview, that's the only way you can make sure that biases will not be there. I'm not saying you will be able to get rid of the biases totally. 100% तो possible ही नहीं है. We as humans, we are biased. We tend to be biased.
So if I am the only person and if I ask someone else, they can always say like, this is your job to be done. Like मेरा developer का कोई role नहीं है.
I totally
So
agree.
why would I go? अब project manager ही खुद मना कर देगा कि मैं एक और resource तुम्हारे साथ क्यों लगाऊं? तुम्हारा काम है ये करने का.
Correct. So
just to add here, hi, this is Ankur.
Hi,
Syed, the similar situation even I'm facing right now in my project, and I think that's why I jump in between. If you can ask your stakeholders to be part of the research, I think that will be helpful. I know the project manager sometimes says that this is the project cost and it will add up to that. But if we can include the stakeholders, because whom you want to give them a presentation later on, that will be beneficial if it's possible. I think that's what
it can't be possible. If
I know
go
it's not
in
the
a real time
win-win situation every
situation.
time.
Shayyad, I totally empathize with you and I agree with you that it's not possible all the time, and that would be some that would be a great discussion to have on a culture. Like I can have a talk on culture as well, probably where people from your company can join in and I can talk about culture as well with everyone who like culture in India. The product culture in India is still in a very nascent stage, and people don't understand that it's not every time a single person job. A team has to work together, and that's why in a lot of my talks मैंने ये बहुत ज़्यादा कहा हुआ है कि design cannot work in silo. Design team is not supposed to work in silo. Neither is the engineering team, nor is the product team, nor the project management team or the stakeholders. They have to work together and they have to give ownership. When you say ये तुम्हारा job है, ownership सैयद की है. ओनरशिप सैयद की ये है कि वो रिसर्च लिखेंगे, वो रिसर्च को डॉक्यूमेंट प्रॉपर्ली करेंगे, पिच करेंगे, सॉल्यूशन बनाएंगे, बट उस प्रोसेस में बाकी लोग इन्वॉल्व होकर कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, उनकी चीज को सैयद रिव्यू कर सकते हैं, बट वो चीज समझानी बहुत हार्ड है. आई टोटली अंडरस्टैंड विद यू एंड आई एग्री कि समटाइम्स इट माइट नॉट बी फिजिबल, एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड इन ऑल द सर्कमस्टेंसेस बायसेस को रिमूव करना पॉसिबल नहीं है. So that अगर आप अकेले हैं और आपको कोई और सपोर्ट नहीं करने वाला, then you have to be more self conscious. You have to think twice before you are writing. Think twice कि मैं खुद से bias होकर नहीं लिख रहा, यूजर ने क्या बोला था. Try to record if possible, if your company and your customer allows, try to record these sessions so that when you are coming back and documenting your research, you can listen back to it. Because most of the time where I feeling a bias creeping in, I call my customer back because मुझे लगता है मैं अपने हिसाब से सोच रहा हूँ, मैं मेरा बायस यहाँ पे घुसा रहा हूँ. तो मैं अगर मैंने कॉल रिकॉर्ड किया हुआ है तो मैं I go back and listen to that call recording again. So just to make sure कि मैंने जो लिखा है वो मेरा बायस नहीं है. ओके ठीक है, मैं I will remove it and I'll just write what the user was answering in the right way.
My question was kind of similar, but on the observation part of it, like if I am observing someone, giving me some ideas that he is confused or something, so I maybe misjudge that situation of observation.
So in that case, again, as I said, उस observation को अगर आप live observe कर रहे हैं तो अगर what I tend to do is if I'm observing a person live in his environment, I tend to take a lot of pictures also, and I take मैं वॉइस नोट्स लेने की भी ट्राई करता हूँ. अगर मैं किसी के साथ फिजिकल फेस टू फेस इंटरव्यू कर रहा हूँ, मैं वॉइस नोट्स लेता हूँ वो क्या बोल रहा है, एंड आई ट्राई टू टेक पिक्स ऑफ हिज वर्किंग एनवायरनमेंट. नाउ दिस इज कंप्लीटली B2B, तो आई कैन ओनली गिव यू B2B एग्जांपल्स because I am a B2B product manager and researcher. I can give you a lot of B2B examples, but B2C में कैसे आप ये कर सकते हैं थोड़ा मुझे भी सोचना पड़ेगा, and probably I will have to discuss with few other friends I have in B2C product management that how this can be get rid of, or some designers who are working in B2C scenarios.
Okay, thank you.
Shivam, this is Ankur again.
Yeah.
I have a question related to the B2B only.
Yeah.
And I'm working on a financial application for a B2B client. And the problem I'm facing is like we are planning for this is the existing application and we want to find the exact user flow, what they first do on an application and then how they move to particular resolving particular case. Maybe it's a case kind of a thing, a service kind of a thing. So how they move on with the whole process. So we want to know that. So what I suggested that we can have a one-to-one with each persona, and what like my company don't have a budget to do that. So what they are saying is
what is the budget associated with this? You can very well do it in a meeting, Google Meet call while he's
yeah, but they don't want to invest that much time because if I have 3 personas and for each persona I want to investigate with around maybe 7 to 8 people, then they don't want to invest that much time in doing that because the billing is got stuck and everything is getting stuck based on that. So what they are saying me that instead of doing one-to-one, you just have a group discussion with certain personas. Like
no problem. So what you can do is instead of doing if all the personas are working in same department, okay? If it is the case, like what I understand from persona you are trying to say is manager होगा and users होंगे, right? एक department
right.
तो आप manager और end users और approver of that department, एक कोई manager होगा जिसको directly report करते हैं सारे users, and there will be approver of your product, जो final requirements पे sign off करेगा, right?
Right.
Get them all on one call. Ask one of the users to do the transaction with you on his existing solution. वो कैसे करता है? That also works. Because
Yeah,
जब
it's a
बाकी लोग देख रहे होंगे ना, बाकी लोग जो end users देख रहे होंगे और बाकी जो managers होंगे वो देख रहे होंगे, वो उसको देखते देखते उनको भी कुछ याद आएगा, वो भी आपको बता देंगे कि ये स्टेप में this is something where I get stuck or obstacle or risk, whatever. So they will be able to tell you. So that is also possible. That's a good way to do it.
So I'm just I have one concern only. Like if I have a manager sitting next to me and I'm performing some task, then there is kind of a like maybe the user is not able to do it properly. Maybe like there is a failure kind of a thing, right? If they fail doing something or showing something, maybe not a proper
There are
one.
risks associated. I totally agree with you. But then if your company is not allowing, this is the only alternative solution you have at your at in इससे तो better है कि आप जो वो requirement लिख के आपको दे रहा है, instead you see him live working in his environment and then make some tweaks in the requirements or ask some questions on the requirement they have given to you, system requirement document, which SRS जो होता है प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड कंपनीज में, उस पे आप और क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं. अदरवाइज अगर ये कॉल भी नहीं होगी तो आपके पास कुछ ही नहीं होगा, राइट? आपके पास ये हाई चांसेस है
कॉल तो मतलब वही
to
कुछ ना कुछ तो करना ही है.
to give a point here, we can always convey that we are not judging it. It is
Absolutely.
definitely on their part कि मैनेजर बोले अपने यूजर को कि that whatever you are doing here, it is just to we are not going to judge on you on this
हाँ,
part.
करेक्ट. उसमें आपको थोड़ा चेंज मैनेजमेंट करना पड़ेगा. जो सैयद बोल रहे हैं, एब्सोल्युटली इट इज वेरी गुड थिंग एंड आई डू इट अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स. आई विल टेल द स्टेक होल्डर, आई विल गो टू देम, अगर वो ग्रुप कॉल कर रहे हैं, भाई आप कुछ मत बोलना उनको, आप कॉल में आ रहे हो तो चुपचाप बैठे रहना. ट्राई टू जॉइन द कॉल आफ्टर 5 minutes, डोंट कम इन द कॉल स्ट्रेट अवे. तो वो थोड़ा यूजर कंफर्टेबल हो जाएगा, बात कर रहा होगा आपसे, right? And then if the manager joins,
or maybe he is completely unaware कि yeah, there is someone else is there also, from my team. So he doesn't need to know कि मेरा project manager मुझे देख रहा है. It is just like directly you and him, and just let them say कि you just observe and don't judge them, because I want to know and I will eliminate those whatever they are getting stuck at. So we want those information to overcome.
Absolutely.
Agree.
Yes, so ये सारी चीजें मतलब you can always ask me all these questions. सही, अगर आपको सही में ये framework बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, तो अंकुर, सही, you can always ask me on B2B scenarios. I'll be absolutely be available on DMs and you can ask me all these questions and I can help you with some solution which I can come up with, because I also face on and off these kind of things. कि मैं biased तो नहीं हो रहा, because right now I'm the only product manager in my company, right? So I also get confused a lot of times. So what I do is I get a lot of engineering team. Thanks to the culture we have, I am able to do it. I can give you or help you figure out a alternate solution in this case.
Sure, Shubham, sure. I was not able to attend yesterday's session, but I missed I think a great information yesterday.
No
From today's 10 minutes, I got to know that I missed so much yesterday.
No problem. I guess we will have the YouTube recordings of all of this. So
I asked Priyanka for doing that, for posting that. So I'll just go through that also.
Yes.
Thank you, Shubham, for a wonderful session.
Yeah, great. So now I want to quickly touch upon the last topic of the segment today and the last segment of today's session, which is 4 forces. And 4 forces ये है कि आप ये सोच रहे हैं कि जो existing product है उसको customer क्यों fire करेगा. Existing solution, product भी छोड़ देता हूँ मैं, product word ही use करना छोड़ दूंगा, because then people think कि existing product होगा. So as सैयद से solution तो हमेशा होता है, और उसको fire कैसे करने वाला है वो user, वो जानना बहुत जरूरी है. एंड उसको जानने के लिए बहुत सिंपल, देयर इज अ वेरी सिंपल, मतलब हमने ये बहुत बार शायद हमारे दिमाग में भी आया होगा, बट ये फ्रेमवर्क ऐसे एज सच सेम वे में नहीं आया होगा. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल फ्रेमवर्क कॉल्ड पुश पुल एंजाइटी इनर्शिया. पुश इज समथिंग जो एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट में से यूजर को धक्का मार के निकाल, लाइकली यूजर ऑलमोस्ट छोड़ना चाहता है इस पुश की वजह से, इट्स इन चीजों की वजह से. पुल इज सामने वाले प्रोडक्ट में ऐसा कुछ अट्रैक्टिव उसको दिख रहा है कि वो उस प्रोडक्ट में खिंचा चला जा रहा है. एंड नीचे वाले जो ऊपर की साइड जो 2 फोर्सेस हैं, पुश एंड पुल, आर हेल्पिंग हिम change into a new product easily. And नीचे के साइड जो changes हैं वो anxiety और inertia है, उसको वापस खींच रहे हैं पुराने प्रोडक्ट में. और ये B2B सिनेरियो में anxiety inertia बहुत ज्यादा होता है. B2C सिनेरियो में पुश पुल फिगर आउट करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंग्जाइटी इनर्शिया इतना ज्यादा नहीं होता है B2C सिनेरियो में, बिकॉज अगर होता तो हम लोग इतने जल्दी उबर ओला नहीं स्विच मारते. वो जो पुश पुल है उसकी वजह से ही हो रहा है. एंग्जाइटी इनर्शिया होता तो पीपल विल नॉट शॉप ऑन Amazon, on Myntra, on Flipkart, all of these three. Push pull के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है ज्यादा. इनर्शिया एंग्जाइटी नहीं है B2C में. So let's try to understand each of them in a simple way. Like आप कैसे ये forces of transformation भी use कर सकते हैं to do the second round of interviews. तो आपने जो first round of interview किया उससे आपका journey map बन गया, जो शायद किसी ने मुझसे पूछा भी था अभी. I guess it was Ankur or someone who asked me कि journey map से ही सूरज से शायद, if I'm not wrong. So ये क्वेश्चंस आपको नेक्स्ट इंटरव्यूज आप शेड्यूल करें उसमें ये पूछें. और क्या पूछेंगे पुश में, आप क्या पूछेंगे? करंट स्ट्रगल्स इन डीलिंग विद अ सीए. क्या स्ट्रगल्स हैं आपकी सीए के साथ? अगर आप खुद से फाइल कर रहे हैं, व्हाट आर योर स्ट्रगल्स ऑन द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया वेबसाइट, और व्हाट इज योर स्ट्रगल इन एनी अदर टूल you are using to file the ITR. Current struggles in understanding tax saving schemes. Do you understand what are tax saving schemes? How are you getting that information? What do you find missing in it? What is the challenge you are facing in it, right? Understanding it becomes very important. Are you able to understand all the deductions, all the benefits governments are giving you? What are your struggles? क्या नहीं समझ में आता आपको? And obviously current cost of doing all of this. ये कॉस्ट हाई भी हो सकती है जिसकी वजह से शायद लोग ढूंढ रहे हो एक वे कि मुझे सीए ना रखना पड़े. एंड दैट इज हाउ ClearText came with I will take an example of one other product from ClearText, which is GST का automation. When GST came in, businesses, enterprises were completely relying on CAs to file their taxes, do their taxes, even though they had trained accountants sitting in their companies who used to file their service tax ka return. Because a regime change happened, they were so scared, they were so shit scared that they were not doing it on their own. And that's where ClearText came in and said, okay guys, you can do it on your own, we will make you do it on your own. And the major factor on shifting towards, obviously बाकी सारे factors को भी ClearText ने solve किया, but major factor which played a role on in this was cost. Cost with dealing with a CA firm was too high. CAs were charging too high. They were trying to exploit this situation where people were not aware about GST, and ClearText वालों ने उसका फायदा उठाया, and they were providing this service at a very very reasonable cost. So this becomes the push. उसको एग्जिस्टिंग में से धक्का क्यों, यूजर अपने आप को धक्का लगा के क्यों बाहर निकलना चाहता है एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट से? दीज आर द पुश फोर्सेस. देन कम्स द पुल फोर्सेस. व्हाट कैन बी ऑफर्ड टू द यूजर दैट ही वो प्रोडक्ट की तरफ खींचे? लाइक one is you are getting pushed from the existing product because of the pains you have. Pull is where you can give him vitamins. I always call them vitamins. Desired and unexpected जो गेन्स होते हैं उनको मैं हमेशा विटामिन्स कहता हूँ. पेन रिलीवर, आप पेन रिलीवर देंगे तो बंदा खुश होगा, पर विटामिन देंगे तो वो तंदुरुस्त होगा. ही विल बी वेरी हैप्पी, ही विल स्टिक विद योर प्रोडक्ट मोर, ही बिकम्स अ वेरी स्टिकी यूजर ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट. So you need to understand the pull forces. Now pull forces you can understand when you have done your gain mapping also very correctly. इसमें cost बहुत बड़ा role play करती है. Business model will play a very very important role, and if you are doing this cost research right at your user journey mapping with jobs to be done theory, you will play a very pivotal role in defining the pull strategy for your product. Ideal experience वाली जो बात मैंने कही थी कि when you are asking the user about ideal state, you have to document it, and the closer you take the customer to his ideal experience, more you are pulling him towards you. So ये ideal experience का question भी आप पूछ सकते हैं. Ideal experience for investing. So ideal experience for each step you can ask, and you can focus on 4 or 5 steps which are most important for him in the whole process. So these becomes your pull forces. They will pull the user towards it. And this you can do even after आपने एक बार journey mapping कर लिया, आपने थोड़ा research अपना पढ़ लिया, आपने 15-20 user के साथ पहले कर लिया है. 4 forces वाला जो आपका framework है, you can use it. This definitely works if there is a existing product already जिसमें switching वाले case आने वाला, उसमें तो ये beautifully work करता है. Even if there was no existing product and they were using a workaround solution, उसमें भी ये work करता है. It works every time. Just that impact कितना create करेगा वो थोड़ा vary होता है. Anxiety, this becomes very important. I guess Ankur, आपके केस में तो ये बहुत ही important रहेगा. Your customer is going to switch from X solution to your solution, and there will be a lot of anxieties. If something goes wrong, who takes the responsibility? मेरा migration process में कुछ गलती हो गया थी, मेरा data कैसे यहाँ migrate होगा? कुछ I have never done it in this way. Or ITR के केस में I have never done it on my own. These are the anxieties I have. What if I don't get the deserved refund amount? What if this goes wrong and I am being joked around, like I become a topic of joke? Like let's say for a B2B, these are some examples I took for the ITR case. For the B2B cases, you took this initiative as a stakeholder of the company, as a manager in the company, to get a new product implemented, and you will always, so these people will always have this anxiety. If this doesn't go well, what people will feel about me in the organization, and these stakeholders will always be on your head if something is missed. Yeah, it's my dignity at stake. So these are the anxieties everybody will have. End user can have, manager can have, approver can have in a B2B scenario. In B2C, anxieties are only limited to the end user. And the last part is inertia. This is always cost of switching and habits which he has. So I'm comfortable putting my time. I am comfortable not putting my time in this. Like when I'm doing the work with a CA who manages my portfolio as well, I'm not doing any investment of filing the return on my own or tracking it on my own. It is just a call away service for me, and I'm happy with it. I believe in my CA. मैं उसको trust करता हूँ. वो जब सब कुछ सही कर रहा है, मैं क्यों switch करूँ? Why should I switch? He manages my investment too. अगर मैं उससे switch करता हूँ तो फिर मैं वो मेरा investment क्या उसी like in that way will he manage that investment or not? And then again, we are social animals, and people will think if I suddenly switch from my CA, you develop a friend जैसा relationship with your CAs if you are interacting with them for some amount of time. And generally it happens that you inherit the CA from your dad. Like your dad had a CA, then most of the time that CA जो था uncle जो थे वो उसका बेटा भी CA बन जाता है, and आप उसके बेटे के साथ deal करना शुरू करते हैं, right? And then you will feel यार ये relation खराब हो जाएंगे, and all that also comes into the picture. And for companies who are making a switch, like in a B2B scenario, if somebody is making a switch from a product A to product B, cost of switching is training कितनी करनी पड़ेगी, change management कितना करना पड़ेगा. These are also costs. Implementation का cost लगेगा. मेरा revision हो रहा है of product A obviously was cheaper, product B might be expensive also. Whenever people make switch to a new product, they are getting some new features, and obviously they may end up paying a little bit more to get more. So they will, it's not like your B2B case में अगर आप पैसे ज्यादा दे रहे हैं नए प्रोडक्ट का, इसका मतलब है आपको वो प्रोडक्ट और सेविंग करके दे रहा है, 10 गुना सेविंग करके दे रहा है, इसलिए आप उसको नए प्रोडक्ट को 10% या 15% पुराने प्रोडक्ट से ज्यादा पैसा दे रहे हैं सब्सक्रिप्शन कॉस्ट में, राइट? सो बट कॉस्ट ऑफ स्विचिंग इज इन्वॉल्व्ड. You will charge some amount of money by product A to give you all the data. So all these costs are involved. So these are the negative forces which will pull you back towards the existing product. So when you do this analysis with your users, what you get to know is how you can enable each step, or specifically anxiety or inertia में आप onboarding process में, training process में customer को कैसे help कर सकते हैं. First experience when he is having with you, first time he is using the product, first time when he is using, how you can pacify his anxieties, how you can make him switch towards your product by providing migration services at lesser cost, or providing very easy migration services, or even providing in a B2B space, it becomes a very important strategy. Like I will give you an example of order management platform by Amazon. The beautiful thing they have done is अगर आप Flipkart का order management use करते थे as a retailer, and now you are switching to Amazon and you want to still sell on Flipkart का marketplace as well, they allow you to shift the inventory very easily. They have done API integration with Flipkart. That means the inertia of switching a retailer who used to sell on Flipkart का retailer base to the Amazon seller base is so easy. It's so easy. So cost of switching उसने reduce कर दिया, कुछ है ही नहीं efforts required. So it becomes very important for B2B products to focus on inertia and anxiety, because they will play a major role. Even if you had the right push and pull, sometimes a B2B project will fail, or a product will fail because of inertia and anxiety. and this is a simple diagram, like you can make the person travel back in the time using this. Like if he's using a product A, you can use this framework to go back in the timeline, like happy and delighted आप कब feel करेंगे, आपने जब ये product लिया था तब product A से switch करने का आपने कब सोचना शुरू करेगा, क्या वो event 1 क्या था, event 2 क्या था, then आपने कब ये decision make कर लिया हमारे साथ आने का, क्यों make किया, क्यों आप what was the deciding factor. All this you can ask, and this is a timeline thing you can map with the framework, with the four forces framework. So that's it, guys. I congratulate all of you to successfully complete day 2. It has been, okay, I've made a mistake in spelling. Sorry. You have completed a day 2 with us, and I guess it was a complete information of overload for you. I can feel it by the silence of everyone. So you can ask me any questions you had, or we can move towards the assignment review as well.
I think we should move towards the assignment review. We were asking you questions in between.
No issues, no issues. And questions can be asked on WhatsApp group as well. I am on the WhatsApp group of Design Gupshup, so you can ask me questions there, or you can also reach out to me on LinkedIn and ask questions. You can ask me questions there. These are the books, by the way, which I have read so far, and I've been able to give you an overview of jobs to be done. And obviously, I've augmented some frameworks from other books also, which I've read. Value Proposition Design is the book from where I borrowed the idea of customer profile, and Lean Product Playbook is the book from which I borrowed some ideas and some thoughts for product market fit and product user fit. So if anyone has any doubts on 4 forces, we can ask, you can ask questions on the 4 forces part, not on the previous segments. We can have those questions later on, or otherwise we can straight away move into assignment review. Okay, so this is from Ankur. Is he there?
Yes, yes, I'm the first one. Ankur Sharma.
Okay. Because there were 2 Ankurs, one who didn't attend, who is also here, and the one who attended yesterday's session. And सबसे पहले शायद आपने submit किया था on the group. So yes, you have done a good job at this. You can congratulate yourself. You can do a clap for yourself, and others can clap as well. But I can't see the process part that well written.
Okay.
Which route to take, decide, set up the mobile device. सेटअप वाले पार्ट में आप ये लिख सकते हैं, सेटअप वाले पार्ट में 1-2 चीजें मिसिंग है कि मोबाइल डिवाइस पर आप सेटअप नहीं करेंगे हर बार, राइट. यू विल गैदर आल्सो सम इंफॉर्मेशन, राइट. आपके पास लोकेशन ऐसे ही अवेलेबल नहीं होगी. आप कहीं से, या तो आपको किसी ने पिंग भेजा होगा व्हाट्सएप पे, तो आप व्हाट्सएप पे जाएंगे to see the location the particular person has sent to go to his place, or you will refer to the ticket you have got. Like if you are going to book my, like अगर आप बड़े सिटी में रहते हैं और आप different सिनेमा हॉल्स में मूवी देखते हैं, तो आप देखेंगे, रेफर करेंगे कहाँ पे क्या है, and you will see the location. If you're going for a meeting, you will look in the meeting invite for the location and then go to the device, right? So that gathering information wala part, I feel in process can be added. Which route to take? Generally, I don't feel that you decide the route, right?
I do.
I always prefer to go by what Google is saying. Sometimes it gets me to the wrong place. I do agree, but I will always go with the shortest time route Google is recommending at that point in time.
So that's where you are deciding, right?
Absolutely. Great. Yes. So deciding is which route to take when you were going to map the things by yourself, and that is being automated by Google Map. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Execute. Obviously, you are driving, but execute में एक step और है. While you are executing the drive, there always used to be, like, I remember this very correctly, that when me and my mom and dad, we used to take a road trip, my mom used to be the navigator. चलता फिरता Google Map, जो हर बार याद दिलाते थे पापा को, यहाँ से right turn है, यहाँ से वो है. So when you are driving, execution में telling about the directions also is something which I feel execute part में add कर सकते हैं. What do you feel, Anko?
Right. what I wasn't able to understand in this whole framework was that how do you accommodate for different types of users? Like one could be that I am like personally driving my car, right, to achieve this job. The other could be that I could be a Uber driver to do the same, and the third could be that I could be a co-passenger that who is navigating, right? So how does that like when we do personas, we can have three personas, right? A person who's driving his own car, a cab driver, and a person who is a co-passenger. So that can be different personas.
Absolutely.
But in this framework, how does that fit in is something that I'm not able.
That fits in when you don't need to know whether he's a cab driver. When a person is driving on his own, it can be a cab driver, it can be you. दोनों की रिक्वायरमेंट तो सेम है ना. कैब ड्राइवर को भी ये चाहिए कि उसको कोई बोलता रहे कि यहाँ से लेफ्ट काटो, राइट काटो, इधर ट्रैफिक है, राइट. सेम वे यू आल्सो वांट टू लिसन टू द सेम थिंग. तो वहां पे तो दो अलग पर्सोना करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, राइट. एंड देन व्हेन समबडी इज हेल्पिंग यू नेविगेट, अगेन जो नेविगेशन सीट पे आपके साथ बैठा है नेविगेटर, उसको भी तो सेम चीजें चाहिए. Right. Is it changing? Is that information changing? Is that additional information changing anything? Do you feel is it changing anything or influencing anything?
So somewhere in the process it will, right? Like when you are saying that when we are defining the process, it's different for different people or different scenarios in that.
I think
Why do
it
you
is in the need. I think it is. I need a navigator to tell me the route. So navigator can be an automated medium or a second person driving with me. If I am correct.
Syed, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, I know.
So what Syed said, I was able to hear him. So Syed said need में जा सकता है navigator वाला part, which which Ankur was saying के it could have been a different persona. So मेरे हिसाब से I still don't agree with both of you because a navigator and a driver have the same requirements, same steps they will take. How are the steps different? You can tell me. Process
so for a change, like for one instance, it could be that as the driver, I have decided and then I have given the navigation part to the person, to my co-passenger, that now you guide me through the process, but the initial steps I have taken.
But is the navigator at all required in this scenario now?
Maybe I am not able to keep the phone in a place where I can see it easily, so I need the co-passenger to guide me through by seeing the maps and assisting me in the same.
Then the product is being hired by the navigator, right?
Right.
Then navigator की क्या requirements है? Navigator की process set करने की और driver की, दोनों के बीच में क्या चीज का difference है? खाली circumstance का. When I am not driving and I am guiding a person, and when I am driving, so that when it's going to handle a lot of things for you. When I am driving, when I am not driving, when I am navigating, when I am driving, these can be the two circumstances. And I feel these circumstances are not changing a lot of things. Just the fact that a navigator can see and a driver may not be able to see, and hence he requires a voice assistance.
Right.
That becomes a need. I need voice assistance. That is where need comes into picture, Syed.
That is what I was saying. A navigator, an automated navigator, or a other guy who is navigating. So that becomes the need. Like I have seen the route. I am driving. Now I want someone to navigate me where to go. It can be an automated system like a voice system, or a other guy that is driving alongside me.
Yes, absolutely. So that boils down to the two needs which Ankur has written: maximize the efficiency in navigation, reduce the risk, or minimize the risk. Risk is not only getting stuck in navigation. Risk is also reducing the risk of going into an accident. That's why earlier in all rallies and in all expeditions and even in ships and even in airplanes, there used to be a navigator or an engineer who used to be there along with the two pilots, whose whole sole job was to monitor all these things when things were not being done automatically or there was a need of a navigator. once that goes away, so वो reduce risk को reduce करने के लिए था कि they reduce the risk of me getting into an accident, right? That is also an important important thing. As मतलब it's also an important risk while you are driving and managing both things together. So it becomes part of your need. What else? I guess you have done a wonderful job at a first go, Ankur. Like it, I can't find a lot of things here. Matlab, there are a few things which we will add, so we will review the next set of assignments and start getting a good hang of it. And I trust me, the more you do this, the more you get better at it.
Right.
You will use it. So हम लोग personas इतने time से use कर रहे हैं, तो हम लोग उसके लिए हमको लगता है कि navigator और Uber driver और driver की अलग-अलग personas दिखना बहुत important है. But if you can do both the things. So whenever you are adopting something new, do both the things in parallel and see what's the difference in output. If you feel the outputs are not different, then go for the option which you feel is getting the things done in the lesser efforts.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. This one is from. Let me just check.
It's from me. Akash.
Akash, yeah, I got it. Yeah, sorry. So Akash, hi. A person who wants to go from point A to point B, yes, absolutely. You can write more. So all of you can write few more things about a job performer. He can be a race driver. He can be a rally driver. थोड़ा सा और जान सकते हैं आप अपने users के बारे में. That can be, who can also be written in multiple ways. Job what? Breakdown of job. Select destination. Yes. Choose means of transport. Check start destination point, check route. Yeah, these are macro jobs. Share my location. Yes, live location. Yes, that's very important. Share what you had written here. I couldn't understand, by the way, Ankur. ये क्या लिखा था that I couldn't make sense of in the social job.
I was on mute. Yeah, seen as a smart person is what.
Okay.
Right.
This is
use technology.
Is a smart person. Yeah, that is. But this is a very good take at it. Share my live location. Make my mom and dad feel safe that हाँ भाई यहाँ पे सही जगह पे आ रहा है. Or if you are a girl traveling alone, you can keep your peers informed that where you are right now when navigating via Uber. Right. That also becomes very important. When you are not driving and you want to use a navigational experience, give me a sense of achievement. Reaching on time. Nice. We'll come to few more social jobs and emotional jobs. Here, check start destination point. Okay, process. Also, you have defined it. What destination? Select transport. Yes. Selection of what means you are using. Correct. It will show you your ETA by when you can arrive if you're traveling by bus or car or by cycle. Yes, absolutely important. Retrieve fastest route. Yes, we select the right means of transport, it will show you the right time to reach there. Select start, check start and route. Okay, execute, modify route. You generally don't modify it on your own. Like Google tells you whether you want to go with the modified route as per the traffic jam or not, right? You generally don't modify it on by yourself.
Yeah, actually, modified route was the idea that consider that I have to pick some person from point B and he's changed some location, so I need to modify the location.
Nice. Good. If you are sharing the ride, yes, absolutely, that is possible. Share or track location is a social job. Nicely put. To minimize the time to reach the destination. Yes. Minimize the time to minimize the chances of getting stuck in traffic. Yes. To minimize the effort required to navigate. Effort required to navigate. You don't need to know the place yourself, and that navigation effort is getting minimized even by agar aap building the photo, like now Google Photos is also attached very much with Google Maps, so you can also see the destination का photo वगैरह देख के भी आपको आइडिया आ जाता है कि आप जब वहां पहुंचोगे तो देख के आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि ऐसा ही दिखा था मैप में भी. Okay, process need. Seems like good. Reach the right place किसी ने नहीं लिखा.
That is a very important question. Thing, reach the right place. I have a very weird experience.
Yeah,
very weird experience. So
yeah, maximize the chances of reaching the right place. or reduce the risk of or minimize the risk of getting lost while navigation. That is, yeah, ये लिखा है lost while navigation. Yes, एक और इसके अंदर आप लिख सकते थे हमको कि राइट जगह पे पहुंच जाए, मतलब वहाँ जगह पे होके भी आप कई बार नहीं होते हैं उस जगह पे.
Yeah, basically when you gave that example, I remember it. Otherwise, while doing the exercise, I couldn't remember, but it is a very big problem.
Yes. So if you will do it multiple times, ना, that's what I'm saying. Multiple times आप different users से बात करेंगे ना, तो किसी के साथ नहीं हुआ होगा bad experience, तो वो नहीं बोलेगा. अगर आप बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों से, that's why I said minimum you have to talk to at least 10 users of yours to get this right. Otherwise, nothing works that well if you are not doing it with the larger number of people. Let's move on to Priyanka's submission. Micro steps to perform in your choose a place to go. Okay. Emotion makes me feel safe and confident. Emotion, how I felt, makes me feel safe and confident. I reached on time. Emotion, आपने don't you feel, Priyanka, you have mixed up? Social वाला जो लिखा है, I reached on time and I felt happy should have been the emotion, right? You reached on time and you are happy about it. If you are reaching on time in a meeting, जिस जगह का आपको नहीं पता था, that would be emotion, right? Make
right.
me safe and,
the context was that people actually judge you on being late, right? So that was the context, that because I reached on time through navigation, so that was the context.
Okay, process, plan, travel from place A to B, gather information about the ride, traffic and duration. Obviously, yes. Some people have also missed about weather. Weather is also very important. Google Map doesn't do that. Waze जो product आया था, which now Google has acquired, used to tell you about what parts of your route are having severe weather or some weather condition. So that can also be something which you should do. मतलब long time अगर आप long trip ले रहे हैं तो आप you always try to search के कौन से parts में क्या temperature and all that. मतलब if you had ever done a bike ride, you will know this.
That becomes a circumstance, I think, if you are taking a short route or long route.
It is part of circumstance as well, but you will gather information. It's also part of your process. Like if you will meet a rider, that's where you have, when you are meeting, so that's where you have to meet different people to understand various steps. कोई लोग कुछ steps नहीं करेंगे, micro steps नहीं करेंगे, कुछ लोग करेंगे micro steps. That's how your process becomes more and more detailed. Like these are all the possible steps. Some people can skip it, some people may do it, but that doesn't mean that you generalize things by persona. That's why when you talk to different type of people, and when you say who is performing that job, that context is added, and then you will see if you are doing short rides, when you are doing short rides, your process is different. So circumstances के हिसाब से process थोड़ा change होगी.
Yeah, that is what I was saying. And I have to ask another question. Like if I am asking 10 people, and I am creating this same document for all 10 people, or I am summarizing those 10 experience into one document.
So you will have one Excel sheet where you can record all of this. Google Sheet is the simplest way I can tell you. You can use any other product you want. Google Sheet में आप record कर ले सारे responses of everything, of all the users, and then you can write a central document of all your hypotheses in one place. Like जो सब कुछ आपने सब जगह से पढ़ा, उसको फिर आप accumulate करके एक document लिख सकते हैं.
Nice.
Need why outcome to maximize the ease of finding direction while traveling to an unknown place. Yes, I'll be learning this part. Okay, circumstances, now you have learned. This was the last one I got. This was ये शायद उर्वशी ने दिया था, right?
Urvashi has left.
Okay, so we can discuss it later on with her. And this was given by someone in the very later stage.
Kriti. Yeah, so she's here.
Okay, Kriti. Hi, Kriti. So a person who wants to go from one location to other but doesn't know the path exactly. A person could be student, professional, homemaker. Okay. You can, it's good, but person who wants to go from one location to another, wants to go from one location to another is very generic. Like you are not getting to know about your user more. Niche wala part is important, but student, professional, homemaker doesn't make any difference in mostly who owns a smartphone. But student, professional, homemaker doesn't make any difference in the way they will perform the job. So probably it will be bike rider or a two-wheeler rider or a cyclist और फोर व्हीलर राइडर वो थोड़ा डिफरेंस कर सकता है, एंड इवन सर्कमस्टेंसेस थोड़े डिफर कर सकते हैं, बट ये चार कैटेगरी आपके लिए डिफर हो सकती है, लाइक अ साइक्लिस्ट, गाय हु इज traveling by a four wheeler, that can make a difference.
Maybe it is in reference to the proficiency with the device, because some may have more proficient with Google Maps, and who is first time or second time user who is not using till now becomes a different scenario. Maybe.
Okay. Process details of current final destination, find that out. So I guess all of you have almost got few things right here and there. Everybody has done a very good first attempt. Few things I wanted to tell you where you guys probably have not nailed the emotion and social part right. So how many of you know about this Google Guide program?
Yeah, been a part of it. Local Guide.
Local Guide, yes, absolutely. That's something which Google learned from Waze. So Waze came up with this idea wherein Waze is a product which was developed in Israel, and they felt that even when we are getting all this data from all the users based on product traffic density and all that, because of the GPS live tracking they are doing, we don't exactly know the reason for what reason there is traffic density, and we don't know the real time information whether that density can get cleared now. It will only appear in my map in Google Map when the GPS pings from that particular locations goes low, and that's when I can tell कि यहाँ पे traffic कम हो रहा है, right? That's how Google Map used to operate. What they changed in this was they brought in the social aspect of Waze brought in a social aspect of making Wazers. So they call the users, their users Wazers, and जो भी Wazers थे उनको badges देते थे that you report a roadblock, you report weather condition on it, you report the condition of road, report certain things which are wrong on map or which are not there, you put up the place pick and all that. So that is what Google learned from Waze product, and now they have already acquired it. So these are the social aspects where you felt good about being like, if you are like, people were taking pride in being a local guide, and people were also sharing it. So emotionally you were feeling good about reporting a problem, and you were helping the product get more better, and socially also you were able to share that badge. Like people used to, I don't see now people doing it more, but people who used to share, okay, I have got this much rank in local guide and all these things. And Google was also given some benefits basis on that in their different programs they had.
Right. I got a free Google like that speaker that they have.
Yes.
Test the Hindi version of it because of
the local guide program, right?
Right.
Yeah. So if you get the social aspect and emotional aspects right, you can also run certain programs which are not really a feature offering, but they are making certain feature in your product much more better. That is what some of you have missed, and now you can also check out Waze and try to think what they like. You can do a reverse case study, what Waze have done, or you can read few case studies as well and try to think from a jobs to be done framework. Like जितनी केस स्टडीज आप करेंगे, जितना रेट्रोस्पेक्शन वाली केस स्टडी आप करेंगे, आपका कंसेप्ट और स्ट्रांग होता जाएगा, and then you will be able to apply it in your current products and projects as well. Great guys, so all of you have been a wonderful audience, and it has been almost close to 2 hours, so will not take any more time from you. I'll share the link to this deck. It has all the resources in it. I have already put down all the names of the books I have read and I recommend to read to all of you. And I've also put up links of the blogs which you can refer to on Jobs to be Done in Theory. And I've also made a YouTube playlist of all the expert lectures on Jobs to be Done in Theory and value proposition design. So you can refer any things of your choice, and you can start doing or implementing it if you find it to be a great framework.
So Shubham, one thing, actually the last assignment that you have discussed was not of Kriti. So she messaged her mic is not working. So maybe you can just go through her assignment once on the WhatsApp and reply her back with the feedback.
The one I discussed was not of Kriti.
No, it was someone else. I think that person is not here right
Yes,
now.
I will reply back to her. No problem. She can just ping me again on WhatsApp group by mentioning herself and
Sure.
just tagging me again. I will reply back on WhatsApp group.
Sure.
Okay, great guys. Thanks for this opportunity. I hope you all had a wonderful time in these 2 days, and I hope you learned something good.
Yeah, it was a great session, like a very insightful one.
Yeah, I hope I haven't, I was not disturbing all of you in between
No, Syed, it was
questions.
a absolute no. It was an absolute pleasure to be involved in interaction because it makes the talk very engaging. If somebody is asking questions and we can have a discussion, it makes it more engaging.
I was also, talking in someone else's matters. So like, yeah. So,
Great. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Thank you, Shubham. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Shubham.
Bye.
Thanks, Shubham. Bye. Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Shubham.
everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye.